It was supposed to be just another ordinary day at Crestwood High School. The hallway buzzed with teenage chatter, sneakers squeaked across tiled floors, and locker doors slammed open and shut. But for 16-year-old Hannah Thompson, it was the same battle she silently fought every morning just to make it through the day unnoticed. Small, soft-spoken, and always with her head in a book, Hannah wasn't just the new girl, she was the weird girl. The one who didn't talk much, who ate lunch alone, and who never made eye contact. But what no one knew, not even the bullies who tormented her, was that beneath that quiet surface lay a storm waiting to be unleashed. Hannah had moved to Crestwood with her grandmother after her parents were tragically killed in a car accident a year earlier. Her grief had made her retreat into silence, and the trauma weighed heavily on her every move. At her old school, she'd been bullied. Here, she hoped to disappear, to start fresh. But kids are sharp, and mean ones even sharper. The moment they saw how withdrawn she was, they pounced. At first it was minor notes thrown at her in class, name-calling, shoulder bumps in the hall. Hannah endured it all, saying nothing, clutching her books tighter each time. But it escalated. One afternoon, as she opened her locker to grab her math book, 3 girls, led by Lexi, the queen bee of the school, cornered her. They taunted her for her clothes, her silence, even the small jade necklace she wore, a gift from her late mother. "Say something, freak," one of them spat. When Hannah didn't respond, Lexi suddenly grabbed the front of Hannah's shirt and yanked it, tearing it at the collar. Her books crashed to the ground, and the hallway echoed with laughter. What happened next shocked everyone. Hannah stood frozen for a moment, breathing hard, as if something ancient had awakened in her bones. Her grandmother had enrolled her in judo classes years ago, not just for defense, but for discipline and confidence. And though Hannah had promised never to use it unless absolutely necessary, this moment, this humiliation, broke something inside her. In one fluid motion, she bent low, grabbed Lexi's arm, and with a clean judo sweep, flipped the bully flat onto her back. Gasps filled the hallway. The laughter turned to stunned silence. Another girl tried to lunge at Hannah, but she quickly pivoted, using Lexi's falling momentum to trip the second attacker to the ground. Hannah didn't strike, didn't scream, she simply stood tall, her torn shirt flapping slightly, her expression unreadable. A teacher rushed over just as the final bully backed away, hands raised. "We were just messing around," the girl stammered, but it was too late. Several students had caught the entire incident on video, and it was already spreading like wildfire online. The principal called Hannah into his office, and to her surprise, so were the 3 girls. The videos made everything clear. Hannah had only defended herself. For the first time, the school listened. The bullies were suspended. Lexi's mother tried to threaten legal action, but the truth was too obvious. Instead, Hannah was offered counseling, and even a chance to speak at an upcoming school assembly. Still shaken, Hannah initially refused. But her grandmother gently encouraged her. "You have a voice, child. And now, people are ready to hear it." At the assembly, Hannah stood in front of hundreds of students, her voice trembling but steady. She shared her story of grief, of silence, and of the strength it takes to stand alone. She ended with one powerful line: "Being quiet doesn't mean being weak. Sometimes, silence holds the loudest strength." The room erupted in applause. From that day, Hannah was never alone again. Not because she suddenly had dozens of friends, but because she had gained something far more powerful: respect, and her own voice. She continued her judo classes and even started a self-defense club at school. Students who once ignored her came to learn from her, and those who once mocked her looked up to her. Lexi never bothered her again. Hannah's story spread far beyond Crestwood High. She was interviewed on local news, featured in a teen magazine, and her message reached other quiet kids who needed someone to stand up for them. In the end, Hannah didn't become popular, she became powerful. And in her quiet strength, she taught an entire school what courage really looks like. Message of the story: being quiet does not make you weak. Your strength lies in your courage to rise after being torn down. True power isn't about hurting others, it's about standing up, finding your voice, and using it to inspire.